Sister spouses Kody and Robyn earthy-colored think their privileged insights are adorable? Following quite a while of living in polygamy, sister spouses star Kody Brown and his fourth wife Robyn are self-declared monogamists now. Albeit numerous watchers care hardly at all about watching Kody and Robyn on screen any longer, the cheerful couple generally tends to assume they're as yet the stars of the unscripted TV drama. Be that as it may, as season 19 proceeds, Mary and Janelle Brown have chosen to attorney facing them, referring to obscure way of behaving. In any case, do Kody and Robyn really suppose their mysteries are adorable? A sister spouses watcher recommends Kody and Robyn love being mysterious. Mary, Janelle, and Christine Brown have tragically conceded they didn't have the association with their significant other that Robyn does. In any case, subsequent to assessing an old scene, one sister spouses watcher communicated disdain over Kody and Robyn's high assessment of themselves. They believe they're by and large so adorable with their secret, a disturbed sister wives watcher posted on Reddit. Robyn and Kody believe they're by and large so cute by reporting their private business they've been keeping from different spouses, which is where they declare that Robyn is pregnant. That would have set off the damnation out of me, assuming I was one of the OG3 watching that. Interestingly, the overpowered proceeded to examine the amount Kody and Robyn double-crossed the trust of the first three spouses during this scene. They affirmed Robyn knew how much the first spouses attempted to conform to her presence. Robyn understood what she was doing, she simply figured she could get everything she could possibly want with controlling everybody always without them leaving. Joke's on her, the overpowered concluded Reddit clients disdain pondering this old scene. Kody and Robyn have never been exceptionally famous with sister spouses watchers. Be that as it may, numerous other Redditors concurred this scene was really malevolent, particularly looking back. Different watchers added, Robyn totally adored the elation of being his number one while different spouses were evaded. Now that they're good and gone, she's lost that inclination. I wish he'd get another spouse so she could feel how the others felt. The desperate idea of their circumstance as of now is the reason this is so appalling. It was anything but really smart to add one more youngster to this present circumstance. Kody burned through 18 seasons being called out and denying the bias. However, we have all these little pieces showcasing what a nut or a liar the two of them are. Assuming she was truly near her sisters, they would have known before Kody. Ladies generally share privileged insights and confidential discussions. A man with 4 spouses shouldn't have been such a long ways up Robyn's butt to try and notice she was pregnant. It would have been quite a lot more comprehensive, and for the earthy-colored group of sister spouses, it turned into a point of convergence of extreme show and division. Kody Brown's severe and disputable coronavirus rules caused a break in the family that stays unsettled right up to the present day. As of late, fans have returned to these standards, which re-emerged in web-based conversations and old episodes, igniting far-reaching repugnance and disappointment. Numerous watchers feel Kody's methodology during the pandemic uncovered his controlling inclinations as well as a glaring absence of decency and compassion toward his spouses and kids. What were Kody's coronavirus rules? During the level of the pandemic, Kody executed a nitty-gritty and inflexible arrangement of rules for the family to observe. These guidelines were expected to shield him and the family from contracting coronavirus, however were scrutinized for being exorbitantly severe and, from certain perspectives, two-faced. A portion of the principles included cleaning food. Every family needed to disinfect food prior to bringing them inside. Severe isolations. Relatives who voyaged or collaborated with individuals outside their family were expected to isolation for expanded periods. Restricted actual contact. Kody beat actual contact, even among relatives, down, on the off chance that they weren't totally keeping his rules. Confinement. He anticipated that every spouse and her kids should remain inside their own family bubble, seriously restricting connection between the families. While the guidelines might have originated from a craving to guard everybody, they caused huge pressure, particularly when Kody was blamed for not complying to them himself. Fans respond to re-emerged rules. As clasts and conversations about Kody's coronavirus rules started circling once more, fans rushed to communicate their nausea. Many took to virtual entertainment to share their dissatisfactions, getting down on Kody's pietism and the enduring harm his choices caused for his family connections. Allegations of partiality. Fans have long accepted that Kody blamed the pandemic so as to invest more energy with Robyn and her youngsters, dismissing his different spouses and children simultaneously. One fan remarked, "It's reasonable these standards weren't about security, they were tied in with controlling everybody and separating different spouses while he played house with Robyn." One more expressed, "He made it unimaginable for Christine, Janelle, and Mary to feel like they made a difference. It's sickening the way in which he involved coronavirus as a device to isolate the family further." Bad faith uncovered. Numerous watchers rushed to call attention to examples where Kody appeared to disrupt his own norms. For instance, fans review how Kody was seen voyaging or participating in exercises that went against his expressed rules. "He's the Lord of do as I express, not as I do," one fan commented. Assuming he truly thought often about coronavirus well-being, he could not have possibly been so conflicting. Profound cost for the family. The severe principles restricted actual cooperations as well as made close-to-home hindrances inside the family. Christine, specifically, communicated her disappointment with how Kody's principles kept her from seeing her grown-up kids and keeping a feeling of predictability in her family. Fans have returned to her profound supplications, with one remarking, "Christine was crushing her spirit attempting to fulfill Kody, yet all he thought often about was controlling everybody. No big surprise she left him." Influence on the spouses and kids. The aftermath from Kody's coronavirus rules was critical, leaving enduring scars on his associations with a few spouses and youngsters. Christine's limit. Christine's choice to leave Kody was affected, to some extent, by the segregation and absence of help she felt during the pandemic. She transparently reprimanded Kody for focusing on Robyn's family over the remainder of the family, which eventually pushed her to pick her own satisfaction. In one especially profound second, Christine said, "I can't make this family work in the event that he won't attempt." Fans have hailed her choice to leave as enabling, with one composition, "Coronavirus uncovered Kody's genuine nature, and Christine acknowledged she merited better." Janelle's disappointment. Janelle, who has forever been even-minded and autonomous, was additionally vocal about her conflict with Kody's standards. She battled to offset her youngsters' requirements with Kody's requests, at last deciding to focus on her children over Kody's rules. One fan remarked, "Janelle was the only one confronting Kody and getting down on how nonsensical he was being. She's the genuine MVP." Stressed associations with the children. Kody's unbending guidelines likewise stressed his associations with a portion of his kids, especially those in Janelle and Christine's families. Gabriel and Post, Janelle's children, were especially frank about their disappointment with Kody's absence of association and sympathy during the pandemic. Gabriel's close-to-home describing of how his dad failed to remember his birthday because of the coronavirus rules broke the hearts of many fans. "That second was so difficult to watch," one watcher shared. "It showed exactly the way that far Kody had floated from his job as a dad. An instrument for control?" As fans keep on examining the re-emerged rules, many are persuaded that Kody's coronavirus rules were less about well-being and more about keeping up with command over his loved ones. Pundits contend that Kody involved the pandemic as a helpful reason to unify his time and consideration on Robyn while sidelining different spouses. One watcher summarized it, "The pandemic didn't break the family, it just uncovered what was at that point broken." Kody's guidelines were about power, not insurance. Fans request responsibility. The continuous reaction against Kody's coronavirus rules has reignited calls for responsibility. Many fans have taken to online entertainment to request that Kody recognize the damage his activities caused, both during the pandemic and in the years paving the way to it. Kody owes his family an expression of remorse, however I question he's fit for conceding he was off base, one fan composed. He'll simply continue to fault every other person, similar to he generally does. End. The re-emerging of Kody Brown's coronavirus rules has helped fans to remember perhaps of the most disruptive period in sister spouses history. While the guidelines were outlined as an action to safeguard the family, many accept they filled in as a device for Kody to apply control and focus on Robyn's family over all others. As fans keep on returning to the show and analyze the relational intricacies, one thing is clear: Kody's activities during the pandemic left an enduring effect on the earthy-colored family, and watchers aren't prepared to let him free. Whether he'll at any point get a sense of ownership with the harm a complicated snare of connections, convictions, and strains. Throughout the long term, a few relatives have decided to limit any association with their common confidence and the polygamist way of life that Kody Brown once imagined. One of the most vocal individuals from the more youthful age has been Maddie Earthy-Colored Brush, girl of Kody and Janelle Brown. As of late, bits of hearsay and conversations have surfaced proposing that Maddie might have stood up to her mom, Janelle, about their confidence and childhood in what she supposedly alluded to as cliques. While quite a bit of this hypothesis comes from fan perceptions and a couple of obscure comments, it has started a serious discussion about the Browns' convictions and whether Maddie is calling them out for remaining faithful to their polygamist roots. Maddie's freedom and convictions. Maddie, who is hitched and raising her own family, has for some time been viewed as one of the more free disapproved of youngsters in the earthy-colored family. However, she experienced childhood in a polygamist family and was educated to embrace the upsides of their fundamentalist confidence. Maddie has picked an alternate way for herself. She presently distinguishes as Christian and has freely moved away from the polygamist way of life, which she has suggested in past remarks was not great for her. As a matter of fact, fans have brought up minutes where Maddie seemed to challenge her family's convictions in unpretentious ways. For instance, in meetings and web-based entertainment posts, she has alluded to scrutinizing the severe elements she saw in her childhood. In one Instagram post, she shared a book of scriptures section about opportunity, which a few fans deciphered as a study of her polygamist childhood. The clique charge. The expression clique is a stacked one, particularly while examining profoundly private and otherworldly convictions. Nonetheless, a few fans accept that Maddie has involved this term in confidential discussions or web-based entertainment presence on portray her perspective on her family's fundamentalist foundation. While there is no open affirmation that Maddie out and out named her family's confidence a religion, the thought has gotten some forward movement among fans who have seen Maddie's readiness to stand up on related issues. This hypothesis picked up speed when a fan on Reddit posted, "I think Maddie has attempted to awaken Janelle to the way that the polygamist structure they were essential for is only a religion intended to control ladies. She's excessively shrewd to not see it." Others concurred, highlighting minutes where Maddie appeared to go about as a voice of reason or challenge authority figures in the family. Janelle's position on trust and family. Janelle Brown has generally been one of the more sober-minded and versatile spouses in the earthy-colored family. While she feels somewhat skeptical and disappointments with polygamy, especially as of late as her relationship with Kody has stressed, she has not completely censured the confidence or the standards on which the family was established. Janelle's way to deal with her youngsters' autonomy has frequently been to help them in pursuing their own decisions. She has more than once expressed that she doesn't anticipate that her kids should emulate her example or practice polygamy. Nonetheless, it's hazy whether Janelle has at any point felt tested by her kids, particularly Maddie, in a way that could pursue her own decisions. In the event that Maddie defied Janelle about their confidence or childhood, it would almost certainly have been done deferentially yet solidly. Maddie's obligation to cutting out her own way might have urged Janelle to consider what her convictions have meant for her relational peculiarities and individual choices. Fan responses. The possibility that Maddie might have faced Janelle about their childhood and confidence has started an influx of responses from fans. Many are praising Maddie for her courage and freedom, while others are conjecturing about how such a showdown could have gone down. Support for Maddie. Fans who have long condemned Kody's command over the family consider Maddie to be a much-needed refresher. One fan remarked, "Maddie is verification that you don't need to remain caught in a conviction framework that doesn't serve you." In the event that she called it out as a religion, congratulations. Sympathy for Janelle. While many help Maddie's autonomy, others express compassion for Janelle, who has gone through many years exploring the intricacies of polygamy. A fan stated, Janelle most likely did her thought process was best at that point. It should be difficult to hear analysis of decisions you made to help your loved ones. Hypothesis about the family's future. Fans are additionally considering what discussions like this could mean for the earthy-colored family's future. On the off chance that Maddie is sufficiently fearless to express these things without holding back, I bet her kin are thinking exactly the same thing, one analyst conjectured. The up-and-coming age of Browns will not follow polygamy, it's a withering inheritance. What Maddie may be instructing Janelle. Assuming Maddie has without a doubt educated Janelle on the issues she finds in their childhood, it wouldn't be amazing given her candor and certainty. Such a discussion could zero in on a few central issues. The job of ladies in polygamy. Maddie could provoke Janelle to think about how polygamy lopsidedly troubles ladies, both sincerely and monetarily. As fans have seen, the spouses frequently penance their freedom and joy for the family structure, while Kody appears to benefit the most. Breaking generational cycles. Maddie could contend that by recognizing the blemishes in their childhood, Janelle has a chance to break unsafe generational examples. This could incorporate training her kids to esteem their freedom and stay away from connections or frameworks that require benevolence to an undesirable degree. Engaging herself outside the confidence. Janelle has shown huge development in late seasons, especially as she has become additional free and moved away from Kody. A discussion with Maddie could act as a reminder for Janelle to completely embrace this newly discovered opportunity and let go of any waiting dependability to a framework that no longer serves her. And while there is no conclusive evidence that Maddie earthy-colored brush has stood up to Janelle about their childhood or alluded to their family's confidence as a clique, the thought features a continuous shift inside the earthy-colored family. The more youthful age shows up progressively able to rock the boat and cut out their own ways, regardless of whether it implies addressing profoundly held convictions. Whether such a discussion has occurred, obviously Maddie addresses another viewpoint inside the earthy-colored family, one that focuses on freedom, self-esteem, and a dismissal of obsolete designs. On the off chance that Janelle has without a doubt been educated by Maddie, it may very well be the push she wants to completely embrace her freedom and keep constructing a daily existence beyond Kody's shadow.